Welcome to all. We have got stars above, warmth below, and plenty to talk about. Tonight, I want to talk about something very important, something that quietly shapes your whole life. What you do in the dark. What you do when no one is watching. Have you ever done something small and wrong and thought, nobody will know? Have you ever felt proud because you did the right thing, but nobody said thank you? Have you ever looked in the mirror and felt a quiet war inside you? Tonight, we talk about that war, the war between the easy choice and the right choice. And while we talk, you will not only think about your life, you will also grow your English. You will hear simple words with deep meaning. You will hear real stories that stay in your memory. So stay with me until the end, because tonight, you will see that your real power lives in the dark, not in the light. Let me tell you something important. The real you appears when no one is watching. The real you appears when you can choose anything, and nobody will stop you. What does this mean? It means your true character is not what you show on social media. It is not the smile in public. It is the choice you make in an empty room. Think about it. When there are cameras, police, bosses, parents, teachers, many people act nice. They follow the rules. They look like good people. But when the door closes and the light is low, some of them change. They become someone else. Some people call this word integrity. Integrity means you do the right thing, even when it is hard and when nobody is watching. You are one person on the outside and the same person on the inside. For example, if you find money on the street and nobody sees you, integrity means you still ask yourself, what is right, not what is easy. There is another important word today, self-respect. Self-respect means how you see yourself when you are alone. It is the quiet feeling that says, I can look in the mirror and not be ashamed. When you lose self-respect, you feel dirty inside, even if you look perfect outside. When you keep self-respect, you feel strong and calm, even if you are poor or tired. Now let me tell you a story. There was a man named Roland. Roland was not a hero in the news. He was not rich or famous. He was a night guard in a small shopping center on the edge of a quiet city. Every night he walked between dark glass doors and silent shops. He checked the locks. He listened to the echo of his own steps. Roland was not young. His back hurt sometimes. His shoes were old. He had a small apartment and an old radio that played soft music. People did not really see him in the day. In the morning when he finished work, others were just starting. They walked past him with coffee and phones. They almost walked through him like he was smoke. But Roland did not complain. He liked the night. He liked the silence. In the dark, nobody judged his clothes or his slow walk. In the dark, he felt free. Still, there was a heavy stone in his life, money. Roland's mother was sick. She needed medicine that cost more than his small salary. His younger sister worked in a cheap bakery. But her money was also not enough. Every month they counted coins at the kitchen table. Every month they said, maybe next month will be better. One cold night in winter, the test came. The kind of test that splits a life into before and after. The wind was strong outside. The parking area was empty. The shopping center was almost dark. Only a few small lights were on in the long corridors. Roland did his usual round. He checked the back doors of the supermarket. He checked the metal gate of the jewelry shop. He passed the small bank office that had an ATM outside the wall. The light of the ATM glowed green in the dark like a strange eye. As he walked closer, Roland saw something that did not fit the picture of a normal night. There was a black bag on the ground near the ATM. Not a plastic bag. A heavy-looking bag with a broken zipper. At first he thought, maybe someone forgot their gym clothes. He looked around. The parking spaces were empty. The street was quiet, only the hum of a far car. Curiosity is a strong thing. Roland walked closer and pushed the bag gently with his shoe. It made a dull, heavy sound. His heart beat a little faster. He bent down, his knees complained, and he opened the zipper. Inside the bag there were stacks of money. Not a few bills, many. His eyes needed a second to understand what they saw. Rows and rows of notes, pressed together with paper bands. For a moment, the world became very small and very loud. He could hear only his heart. Roland had never seen so much money in his life. His first thought was not noble. It was simple and honest. This could fix everything. In one night, he could pay all his mother's medicine. He could clear their debts. He could buy new shoes. He could finally breathe. No more counting coins at the kitchen table. No more saying, maybe next month. In the cold, empty parking lot, with the green light on his face, Roland stood between two worlds. In one world, he took the bag. In the other world, he did not. His mind started a quiet war. One voice said, "Take it." Nobody saw it drop. Nobody will know. The bank is rich. They will not even miss it. Life never helped you. Take help now. Another voice answered, "If you take this, you will not be the same man. You will buy medicine with dirty hands. You will feed your mother with stolen bread. You will know. Even if nobody else knows, you will know." Inside his chest, it felt like two dogs were fighting. One dog was hunger. The other dog was honor. Honor is another word we can explain. Honor is the clean feeling that comes when you do the right thing just because it is right, not because people clap. It is like self-respect's older brother. Roland looked up at the dark windows. They looked back without answers. He was truly alone. No camera that he could see, no police, no manager, no friend to say, "Hey, be smart," or "Hey, be honest." It was him and the bag, the test of darkness. Have you ever felt something like this, even in a much smaller way? Maybe you found a lost wallet with a little money. Maybe you saw the answer sheet in school before the exam. Maybe your boss was not there, and you could be lazy, and nobody would see. In those moments, something important happens. The world gives you a silent question. Who are you really? The truth is, every easy wrong choice has a secret price, and every hard right choice has a secret reward. Roland closed his eyes for a second. He remembered his mother's hands when she was younger, strong and fast. He remembered her voice saying, "A cheap life is heavy, a clean life is light." He remembered his father, a quiet bus driver who once came home with a lost phone and spent the evening finding the owner. His father had said, "We are not dogs for money, we are humans. We do not eat what is not ours." The wind moved a piece of paper across the ground. The ATM screen blinked like it was waiting. Roland opened his eyes. His hands still shook. He bent down and carefully closed the bag. Then he did something simple but huge. He did not take the bag home. He did not hide it in a dark corner. He lifted it, felt the weight of many lives, and carried it inside to the small security office. His steps felt slow and heavy, like he was walking underwater. In the office, there was an old phone and a logbook. Roland sat down, put the bag on the table, and made a call to the police and to the bank emergency number. His voice shook, but his words were clear. "This is Night Guard Roland at Eastside Center. There is a bag of cash near the ATM. I am guarding it. Please come." While he waited, his mind continued to fight. A new voice started to whisper, "Maybe they will think you stole some. Maybe they will blame you. Maybe they will laugh and say you are stupid for not keeping it." He looked at the bag and said out loud, "I will not let fear decide what kind of man I am." He wrote the exact time in the logbook and exactly what he did. He even took an old small camera. and made a few pictures of the bag untouched on the table, just in case someone asked questions later. This small, smart action gave him some peace. Soon the police arrived. 2 officers came in with cold air and serious faces. Behind them came a bank manager, still wearing a half-tied tie and a tired look. They checked the bag. They counted fast with trained hands. One officer whistled quietly at the number. The bank manager looked at Roland with surprised eyes. He said, "Do you understand how much money this is?" Roland said, "No, sir. I only understand it is not mine." The manager asked, "Why did you not just walk away? There are no cameras outside that ATM tonight. Nobody would know." Roland felt a strange calm rise in his chest. He said, "I would know, and I have to live with myself longer than with any money." The word self-respect suddenly felt very real. The police took statements. There was some paperwork. There was a lot of confusion at the bank, because the bag had been forgotten by a tired worker from the cash company. If Roland walked away, that person might go to prison or at least lose their job. Roland went home late that morning. He was even more tired than usual. The city woke up around him as he walked to the bus stop. For a moment, he felt stupid. He imagined all the things he could have bought. Then another thought came, softer but stronger. He thought, "My hands are clean. My soul is not for sale." Days passed. Some people heard the story. The bank sent a small reward. It was not much compared to the size of the bag, but it paid for 2 months of medicine. A local newspaper wrote, "Honest night guard returns lost cash." Some people read it and said, "What an idiot. I would take the money and disappear." Others said, "I respect this man." But the most important part did not happen in the news. It happened inside Roland. Something changed quietly in the way he walked, even in the way he looked at his own face in the mirror. His back was still a little bent. His shoes were still old, but his eyes were steady. He could sleep at night without secret fear. And his mother, when she heard, took his hand and said, "I would rather be poor with a son like you than rich with a thief in my house." So what is the lesson here? Roland did not suddenly become a millionaire. There was no magic gift from the sky. Life outside looked almost the same. But inside he became a king of his own choices. He proved to himself that his values are not for sale. Now think about your life. How many times did you choose the easy wrong thing because nobody was watching? How many times did you lie a little to look better and then feel a quiet pain inside? How many times did you stay silent when you saw something unfair and told yourself, "It is not my problem"? We all do this sometimes. It is normal, but it is also dangerous. Each small wrong choice is like a little stone in your pocket. One stone feels like nothing, but if you add stones every day, one day you cannot walk. I was sure it could be an hour. Your self-respect becomes too heavy with shame. Now think of the other side. How many times did you do the right thing when nobody saw you? Maybe you cleaned the kitchen and your family did not thank you. Maybe you told the truth and lost something. Maybe you did your work fully even when the boss was away. You did not get a medal. But maybe you felt a small, quiet light inside your chest. That light is self-respect. That light is the start of real strength. So what is the solution if you want to pass your own test of darkness? The solution is simple, but not easy. It is what we can call the door check. Here is how it works. Next time you are alone, and you can choose between right and wrong, imagine there is an invisible door in front of you. On one side of the door is the easy way. On the other side is the right way. Step 1. Stop for a moment. Do not act fast. Stand in front of this invisible door in your mind. Step 2. Ask yourself one simple question. If a camera was here or someone I respect was watching, would I still do this? Step 3. Listen to the first honest answer in your body, your stomach, your chest, your throat. Your body often knows before your mind. If you would feel shame, if someone saw you, do not do it. That is your sign. That is your guide. That is the door you do not want to open. This is the door check. When you use it, you will feel strange at first. Your old habits will complain. They will say, "Come on. Nobody cares. Just do it." But if you practice this many times, something new will grow. Your inner guard will wake up. It will start to protect you, even from yourself. Remember, every time you do the right thing in the dark, you write a new line in the story of who you are. Weak people do the right thing only when someone is watching. Strong people do the right thing even in silence. You can choose. Do you want to be weak and always need a camera and a boss to control you? Or do you want to be strong and carry your own inner light? Let me show you two types of people. Before learning this lesson, person A cheats when he is alone. He copies work. He lies on reports. He takes a little money that is not his. On the outside, he smiles and says, "I am a good person." But inside, he feels small. Result, he lives with secret stress. He is always afraid of being found. After learning this lesson, person B is alone with the same chance to cheat. He also needs money. He also feels tired. But he stops. He does the door check. He asks, "Would I do this if someone I love watched me?" He listens to his body. He chooses the right thing. Result, maybe he is still poor for now, but he sleeps well. People slowly learn to trust him. Opportunities come to people like this. The difference is not luck. The difference is the door. They open in the dark. You can be person B starting today. Now maybe you say, "This is nice," but the world is not fair. Bad people win. Good people suffer. Why should I play clean if others cheat and get rich? This is a strong question. But think about this. Some people are rich outside and broken inside. They cannot look in the mirror. They cannot trust anyone because they know how easy they themselves betray. Other people have simple lives but strong hearts. They do not need to drink or scroll until 2 in the morning to escape from themselves. They can be alone with their own thoughts. That is real freedom. Freedom is another word we must explain. Freedom is not just doing anything you want. Real freedom is when you are not a slave to fear, lies, and greed. It is when you can say no to the wrong thing. Even when it feels good in the moment, you may not control the whole world, but you can control your choices. That is your private kingdom, and in that kingdom, you are the ruler. Let us visit Roland again, a year later. He still works nights, but now something small has changed. The new manager does not treat him like a ghost. She often asks his opinion about safety. When there was a chance for a small pay rise, she thought of him first, because in her mind, his name was connected with the word honest. One evening, a new young guard joined him for training. The young man, with a sharp haircut and loud music in his ears, laughed and said, "If I found a bag of money, I would run." Roland smiled a small smile. He did not preach. He did not show a big speech. He just said, "I thought the same many years ago. Then I had the chance. I chose to stay. My life is still hard, but my heart is not for sale." The young guard stayed quiet for a moment. Later that night, he watched Roland walk the corridors with calm steps, and he felt something like respect. You see, when you pass the test of darkness, other people may not know the details, but they often feel something in your presence. They feel a quiet solidity, like you will not break so easily, like you are safe to trust. Let us turn the light back to you now. Think about one area of your life where you are often alone, with choice. Maybe your computer at night. Maybe your work reports. Maybe your food when you say you are on a diet. But nobody is checking. Ask yourself, who am I there? Am I the same person as in public? Or do I wear a mask? If you do not like the answer, this is not a reason to hate yourself. It is an invitation. An invitation to become a better person. It means becoming more honest with yourself, and then making small, better choices. You do not need to fix your whole life this week. You can start with one dark corner. Just one. Tonight, choose one situation where you will do the right thing even if nobody will clap. Maybe you will delete something you should not watch. Maybe you will write the correct number in a report. Maybe you will answer a message with truth instead of a comfortable lie. It will feel small, but it is not small. It is a vote for the person you want to become. And here's the deep secret. Every time you choose the right thing in darkness, you turn the dark into a quiet kind of light. The room is the same. The world is the same. But you are not the same. Step by step, you build a house inside yourself. A house of trust, of self-respect, of inner peace. In that house you can rest, even when the outside world is wild. Let us remember what we learned tonight. Lesson 1. The real you appears when nobody is watching. Lesson 2. Every easy wrong choice has a secret heavy price, and every hard right choice has a secret deep reward. Lesson 3. You can train your inner guard with simple tools like the door check and small honest actions. These lessons can change the way you walk through life, but only if you use them. Only if you practice them when the room is quiet and the lights are low. From today, you are different. You are not someone who only looks good when the camera is on. You are not someone who sells self-respect for a quick win. You are not someone who needs fear to behave. You are someone who thinks before each secret choice. You are someone who can walk past easy money and still feel rich. You are someone who, like Roland, can say, "My soul is not for sale." This is who you are now, or at least who you are becoming with each honest step. You are stronger than you think. You are calmer than you feel. You are more powerful than you believe, because your power does not come from likes, followers, or loud applause. It comes from quiet choices made in empty rooms that nobody sees except you, and that is enough. The old you reacted from hunger and fear. The new you responds from values and self-respect. The old you needed someone to watch to behave. The new you watches yourself. So here is what I want you to do. Today, just today, choose one small test of darkness and pass it. Use the door check. Stop. Ask, would I do this if someone I respect was here? Listen to your body, then choose the right door. Do it once today. Feel the difference in your chest when you go to sleep. Tomorrow, do it again and again. Soon, it will feel natural. People will call it your character, but you will know it is just many small honest choices repeated. Thank you for staying with this story. Thank you for listening, not only with your ears, but with your heart. Tonight your English grew, but something else grew too. Your idea of who you can be in the dark. If you want more stories that train both your language and your inner strength, then stay close. Do not just disappear into the night. Hit that subscribe button like a quiet promise to your future self. Stay with this campfire, because here we do not just learn English. Here we sharpen the mind, clean the heart, and build the kind of strength that does not need a spotlight. Stay calm. Stay honest. Stay dangerous in the best way. Dangerous to your own excuses. And remember, the next time darkness tests you, smile a little. It means life is giving you a chance to prove who you really are.